Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We're taking a look here at Crow Coin, seeing what's going on. We got some interesting stuff here today. In fact, Crow's doing better than most coins for sustaining this price action where it's at. I'm not saying it's fantastic by any stretch because most coins are down right now, but there are some positive contributing factors we want to kind of look at. I'm not saying that we want to take a long position, but I'm saying that we're maintaining this level here fairly well at about 9.6, 9.8. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, I hope you can learn something today. If you want to become a better trader, consider joining our Discord, Telegram, or Twitter groups, and possibly even our premium group where we have trade signals where I send out some trades here. Where recently took some nice shorts from Link, 44%. Same thing with SHIB at 30% there. And then previous to that, at Avalanche, about 111. So again, those are just kind of some examples of how I structure the trades. I have multiple entry targets, multiple, levels effectively to ensure you have good opportunities to get into the trade. So check that out in your own time, of course. What I want to talk about here, though, is mainly the 4-hour time frame because this really is telling us a lot. Let's start with the daily, though, just give a quick perspective on the big picture, right? We still got this upper liquidity level. It's half swept. So I do feel still that we're going to see somewhere in the 12.2 range. Inevitably. At this point, though, we want to make sure we continue to maintain above the 20, which is where we're at right now. We're at the 20-day SMA. Essentially, we tested that. Haven't closed below or above it yet, but we got about 3 hours left in this candle. We will see here soon if we can close above that level. That's an extremely important level because the 20-day SMA is a trend setter. Okay? It kind of lets us know where we're at in the overall sense of things, and if we're on the right side of the 20, then we're in good shape even still. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That's kind of just something that I look at. It's not like I take a trade because we're above the 20-day SMA. No, it just tells us that we're on the right side of the tracks here for the moment and that we haven't broken bearish yet. Okay, we got a lot of volume support between 9 and just say 9.8. So there's a decent amount of volume there. We've got stochastic swinging down for the first time here. The second one is probably the more impactful one, so I'm not super concerned with that. RSI getting closer to 50, possible support there, and money flow index is still decently high. We do have a MACD divergence on the horizon, so this could very well spell, I wouldn't say disaster, but just a disadvantageous continuation to the downside. Okay, is that a nice way of putting it? I don't know. Either way you look at it, we're not out of the woods yet, but we're not in complete disarray yet either. Okay, we're kind of in that transition area, that middle ground, which is the place in which you usually don't want to trade. Don't force a trade right now. It's not worth it. Again, dollar cost averaging is a different story altogether. If you want to add to your position, we are hitting a 9 plus 2. In other words, we're about 36, almost 40. What is that? 44 hours of continuation to the downside. That's a decent amount of continuation without correction, right? Again, it keeps trying, but we keep having these little dead cat bounces. So lower high, lower high, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower low. Okay. Now you could argue that this is the start of a bull flag pattern, right? Price comes up, works itself into a wedge, and then breaks out. It's getting closer to becoming irrelevant or invalidated, for lack of better terms, but there is potential the price goes up from here that would be somewhat of a bull flag. I try not to attach myself to that because that seems like a bit of a far fetch considering the state of the market. Why would Crow just out of nowhere just start taking off because Bitcoin's going down? Right now, Crow is, for the most part, aligned itself with Bitcoin, which is currently at 40,600. Okay, so not a great place for Bitcoin considering this time yesterday we were at 44.1. Okay, 8% correction from Bitcoin is a pretty massive thing. Future reference to the main reason why we feel that is the case, we talked about this in our community, is because Fed meetings coming up here in a couple of days on the basically it's the 12th and the 13th. They meet tomorrow, and then the day after Wednesday they'll talk about it. Jerome Powell is going to give a speech about inflation, interest rates, all that good stuff. And that tends to send the market in disarray. So it's a great chance we're seeing Bitcoin selling off in light of that happening. Okay, it's a very common characteristic in the last few months, this year specifically. All right, anyways, MACD is diverging. 4-hour time frame does not look great. We're below 50 on the RSI and the money flow index. Stochastic swinging down a second time there. So all the more reason to kind of just avoid this coin. Do not touch it with a 10-foot pole. Okay, if you want to consider dollar cost averaging on your way down, quickly to note, we have some key Fibonacci levels coming up here. We got, 9.5. No, sorry, that is the volume profile. That's not a support level. We have the range of about 9.4 rather, and also potentially the lowest point about 8.7. So 9.4 and 8.7 would be good entry targets if you're considering dollar cost averaging. Once again, I would consider waiting, of course, because it does look like Bitcoin's not done correcting, and I do think 40,000 would make sense for Bitcoin to start consolidating. Okay, we're already trying to consolidate between 40 and 41. That said, CrowCoin on the hourly, let's go ahead and just verify quickly here and call it a day. What the Ichimoku Cloud is telling us, it pretty much says you're an idiot for taking a long position. Just kidding. I have to say that sometimes to keep a sense of humor about it, right? Because if you can't laugh at the market, what else are you going to do? You're going to get sad and upset. Well, it's easy to do that if you lose money, right? But it's important to recognize not to emotionally attach yourself to either a coin or a situation in which you're losing money. If you lose money, you should expect to lose it, right? If this is your business, you wouldn't be losing money very much because you'd be having good risk tolerance, good risk management, same position size every time, low leverage, low position. The ways that you want to trade without getting wrecked. Okay, again, those are the ways that I teach personally, but if you're into all those other YouTubers, whoever they are, where they post just amazing, phenomenal results, 100x leverage trades, that's very responsible, by the way. I would just be careful trusting that. That's all I can say. Again, careful trusting me too, for the most part. Who knows? What do I know? I've only been trading for about 20 years, and I learned a thing or two in the years. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm distracting you and myself. Let's summarize here. The cloud is not good. We're below the cloud, which is consolidated right there at about the 10-cent mark even. So we can presume now the price action will have trouble crossing 10 cents. That's probably a likely resistance level. Okay, we broke down below this key level support that was supposed to act as a support at about 9.9. And then we can also see lag and span is free and clear of price action. So there's really no reason to consider a long position. If you're in a short, you keep it open. Okay, that's the bottom line. All right, so again, not a terrible thing here for CrowCoin, but also not great either. We haven't broken bearish fully, but we're on our way to that. Okay, see this line here? This is the trend line that we cannot break below. All right, again, it's not a line in the sand. It's like, okay, we broke below, it's over. We're just going to go full short. No, it just means we reevaluate again soon and see what we're at. Again, that's what technical analysis is all about. Like right now, what you see here right now may not matter in 24 hours, okay? It's important just to understand the general sense, though. The macro is important in that sense because that does resonate longer. And right now, we're still on the right side of tracks for the moment, okay? We got to celebrate that, but do not celebrate it by going along with a heavy leverage trade. It's not what you do. We wait for confirmation. We don't have confirmation yet that there's any sign of a potential long position. The market is filled with do not take trades right now. That's basically what I'm saying all day long. So take it from me. It's not ideal to consider a trade at this exact moment. All right, folks, thanks again for watching. I hope you learned something today. Comment below if you haven't already. Like the video. And also, oh, hey, do yourself a favor if you're still watching. Check this out. Phenomenal exchange, Bitunix, link down below for significant benefit rewards if you use my link to register. No KYC, no VPN, and I mainly like to promote this because my community has a lot of KYC and VPN requirements now with BingX, Bitget, handful of other exchanges we've used previously. These guys are the best exchange I've used in a long time. I don't like saying that because it seems kind of crazy, but it's true. I truly do like them a lot, and I greatly appreciate the opportunity. Thank you, Bitunix, for an awesome opportunity for my community. Have a good rest of your day, folks. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.